Okay, in today's vlog we're going to talk about Instagram and how I reached 10,000 followers on Instagram and how you can do it as well, so stick around for that. How you all doing, guys? How's things? And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite social media apps, social media websites, my favorite social media, Instagram. In the beginning of 2016, I made a decision that, okay, I'm going to try to figure out the Instagram a little bit better. I was enjoying it, and I kind of saw that there was potential to kind of reach a lot of people through it. And I thought to give it a go, try to figure it out, because that's what it comes down to, most social media. It comes down to kind of understanding the whole ecosystem that is within it and figuring out how it works and then doing it the right way. In today's vlog, I'm going to talk about how I got 10,000 Instagram followers and how you can go and do the same thing. 10,000 is not a huge amount, but it's kind of the first big hurdle of getting up to that level. It does require a lot of work, but if you have a kind of some sort of plan for how you're going to execute this work, you're going to get there much faster. And today I'm hoping to give you the tools to do just that. In the beginning, so let's assume that you're just starting on an Instagram. Let's assume that you're in the very beginning of it, okay? These things work even if you've been there for a while and nothing's happened. It's the same thing. First things first, and this is something that really annoyed me in the beginning when I started, because people were saying this, and you know, we think that we're the best. I'm no different. So, you know, when somebody tells you have to do good content, it really annoyed me, but it's so true. But let me break it down to you a little bit better, okay? There's a few mistakes I see. I see some great people on Instagram. I see some friends of mine on Instagram who are really good at taking photographs, but they do it kind of, the way they use it on Instagram is, I wouldn't say wrong, but it's not the most effective way, so their photographs just go like tumbleweed and nobody sees anything about them. First of all, yes, you have to have a good content that has some sort of visual appeal. So, you know, start thinking about like the basics of composition. If you don't know anything about composition, I suggest that you go to whatever country you're in, or what's the nearest city, big city that you are in. There's got to be an art gallery there that has classic art, classic paintings. Go in there and look at the composition. Look at how the picture, say that's the picture. Look at how the picture is divided. Where is their person? Where's their other objects in the picture? That's the basic composition. They talk about the rule of thirds, which is like you divide the picture into, you know, 3, 3, 3, 3, basically nine squares, and then the lines where the lines meet in the middle are kind of the places you should put stuff in. There's loads of different rules about that, but the basic idea is to go and have a look at it. Like, I think the biggest mistake is that we always put everything in the middle, and that's it, flat and middle, and you know it's not very exciting. So think about the composition, how you can make it more exciting. You gotta teach yourself a little bit about it if you don't know anything about it. As I said, go and look at. You can get inspiration from so much of different art. Go to art galleries, look at the pictures, make mental notes of how the artists have positioned everything in the picture. And when you do that repeatedly, you start kind of figuring out as well when you're taking pictures to kind of try to. Actually, a really good way to do that is try to recreate some of the classic pieces in the beginning. It's a great exercise to learn how to think about the composition. The other two things are, if you're doing color, I would say go for vivid colors or go for like a tonal palette that you're going to focus on. It's more effective than you just, you know, randomly snapping and not putting any thought into it. Color contrast, again, it's another thing that, you know, the opposite colors create a great contrast. I'd highly recommend that you put a thought into that. It makes for really powerful pictures. If you're doing black and white, just think about the contrast between the light and the dark and the black and the white, and make sure everything is in focus and clear, please. It's important. And here's the thing, like nobody, and I'm sorry to tell you this, but nobody, like if you're posting just selfies, there's nothing wrong with doing a kind of good, well thought out, meaningful selfie once in a while, but it has to be within some sort of concept of something else that it works and makes it more exciting. But if you're just making a picture of your face, one of these, if this is all you're doing on all of your Instagrams, nobody wants to follow that. So it's not, you know, like you're wasting your time already if that's all you have in mind. Put a bit of thought into the images you're making. Think about also what you want your account to be like. What's the purpose of your account? Mine is kind of very travel oriented, so I try to show people as many places as possible. I'm also music oriented because I'm a musician, so it's a mixture of those two, but I'm trying to find a nice balance between them. But it's definitely more travel oriented on Instagram because, you know, I find inspiration in traveling, and I try to show other people as much of it as possible. Instagram account can be about whatever you want it to be, so be creative, but try to be more specific. The more specific you are, the bigger chance you have of success. Another thing that people, there's a reason why you can put captions into those things, and you should use them. Try to put something meaningful into them. Tell them something about the photo you've taken. Even better, ask people questions about something to do with the photo. Try to give people something that makes them think about the photo. Just please use the captions. Don't be. I'd rather see you write too much than write nothing. Simple as that. I think people want to read more or something about the behind the picture. So please, 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 please write something in there. And as I said, the more kind of inspirational, more kind of thought-evoking you can be, the more likely you're to get, you know, success with that particular photograph. So every photo, I've even started doing this where I take a photo and I think about it for a few days before I post it, and then I write down in my notes, you know, the description and then the hashtags that I want to be associated with it. Try to prepare as much as possible for the photo, and try to be more meaningful with that part of the photography on Instagram. When it comes to the actual technology behind it, the cameras on iPhones are amazing these days. Cameras on most phones are amazing these days. You can make amazing photography, no shadow of doubt about it. If you have a DSLR, obviously it kind of forces you to up the game a little bit. If you have a point and shoot, whatever your preferred tool is, just use it. Like the most important thing is that you do take a lot of photos, but don't post them all. Don't post them all. And here's the next thing that I see, and it nicely leads to the consistency. You need to have a consistent schedule when you post. By that I mean, in the beginning, when you're starting a new account, I would suggest you post once a day. And here's the thing, that's the patience part. So often we go and we post 10 pictures because we just took these amazing pictures, we want to post them. Bang, 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 bang. No. Post one photo. The next photo you post the next day. I know it requires patience, but that way you will have photos consistently. Your people who are watching your account will have something coming up every day, something they can look forward to. They see your account every day if they follow you, so you're, you know, not out of sight, out of mind. Post the best work. Don't post the mediocre work. If you take 10 pictures, look at them. Which one of them is the best? Just post that, okay? How do I get to post so many pictures? Is because I take ridiculously a lot of pictures. If I go out with a camera on a mission to just take Instagrams, I'd easily take pictures of 200 pictures, which kind of filters down to, you know, if 10 of them are good, I'm happy, you know, or not good. If 10 of them are amazing, then they get posted, and you know, don't post everything, post your best work. Post once a day when you start. When you get further down, we'll talk about that in a little bit further. One more thing, hashtags. Hashtags are an effective way. Make sure they're relevant. So for example, if I post a photo of me somewhere traveling, I might hashtag the location, you know, I might hashtag travel photography, a lot. Like I usually put about 15, average about 15 hashtags. I don't put them within the caption part, I put them below the caption part. That's one way. One way is that you can actually post them as the first comment, but they have to be done pretty much straight away. Otherwise they won't be relevant to the photo reaching and making its way in the algorithm of the Instagram system. So yeah, get hashtags, but make sure that they're relevant. If you put hashtags that are not relevant, people get very annoyed and very easily will not follow you because of that. So don't try to trick the system. Be honest. Figure out what is relevant to your photo, and then there's accounts that there are bigger accounts that do say that, you know, post your photo with their hashtags, and you can do this, and hopefully someday you'll get featured. That's happened to me a couple of times, which is great. Woo! And it'll help you to grow the account as well. Research your hashtags. Like really, at the moment I'm doing research on the travel related stuff that I'm kind of excited about. I put at least an hour a day at the moment, and I'm hoping to do that for at least for the next couple of weeks, maybe even a month. I'm just like research, and, you know, testing out different hashtags with different pictures and see what works, what doesn't. That's part of how you make it successful in it. So that's the very, very beginning, right? So you have to have a good content, and you have to know how to post them. Once you have that done, once your account has something on it, do a couple of weeks of just posting the best quality content that you can every day. Then you get to the first steps of trying to grow the account. This is something that some people talk about it heavily, but most people don't want to talk about it because it's the simple first steps, and it feels like it's spammy, but it's not. It's exactly the way everybody else does it. It's follow and unfollow. When I mean everybody does it, even the big brands do it. That's exactly how they do it. When they get started, they go after similar kind of companies' accounts. They follow their followers in hopes that they will follow you back. And when they don't, after a few days, they unfollow them. Do that in the beginning. In Instagram, there's limitations on it, how much you can do that. So I would do it very slowly and figure out the kind of people that might actually have some interest in your account. Interact with them as well. That's really important. Like after you followed them, you know, go and like a couple of their photos, maybe leave a comment on them photos. Like, and here's the thing: when you leave comments, be careful. Like, don't go like, "Oh, will you follow me back?" Never do that. That never works. It just annoys people. What I want you to do is comment something meaningful about their photo. Like if you liked one of their photos, tell them why you like the photo. Tell them that, you know, great job, I like it because of this and that and the other. That's very, very powerful thing. So yeah, follow and unfollow in the beginning parts, because in the beginning parts you need to hustle for the first kind of, you know, at least 1,000 people. You really have to hustle them, and the God honest truth is that your family and friends are never going to be mounting up to the big 10,000 numbers. So you need to get past that. You need to get other people following your stuff and to help your account grow. As I said, go out there and like a lot of pictures. You know, it's a social media. Spend a bit of time on it. Go through interesting hashtags and go through pictures, like them, leave comments. I would really say that, you know, after that first week of posting every day and, you know, having your first handful of followers on board, you can start liking. But do it honest, like do the stuff that you like. If you like a picture, like it, you know. You just spend a little bit of time when you're doing something, you're in a bus or something, just go through it and like. But not, as I said, the pictures you like, and if you leave comments even more so, there's a bigger chance that people will follow you back. It's a social media. If you share love, people will give love back to you. It's simple as that. As I said already, don't ask for follow. There's no value in it, and people who follow you will be no good to you because they won't have any interest on you. Don't buy followers. You know, they're bots. They're absolutely users. You can advertise your account if you want. If you want to kind of skip in a process, you can advertise your account through Facebook ads. I don't know how effective that is. I haven't advertised my account. There are Instagram ads, but they're kind of more for company ads, and so they try to kind of get you to direct traffic from Instagram to another website. I will be testing that out in the future, and I will report back to you guys how well that works. So far, I haven't done that. The one big secret is you need to play the long game. It takes time to grow the following. I kind of took my Instagram account seriously a year ago. I did have a fair bit of following already at that stage, but you know, I probably tripled my following at least, if not even more, in the past year, due to the fact that I made a more specific plan, figured out how it works, and I'll use all these advice I'm giving you here. Stick to that releasing schedule of one photo a day. There's people talk about this, that like, you know, once you reach to like 5,000 followers, then you can post twice a day, and when you reach 10,000 followers, you can post 3 times a day. I don't know. I still do kind of between 1 or 2 a day, even that I have 10,000 followers, because I think that's, I don't want to over exaggerate the feed, and I want to make sure that the quality of my material is up to the level as possible. Also, be real, and once in a while post a picture. As I said, I'm sort of kind of against the selfies, but post pictures of you as well, so that there is a person there. Sunsets always work, but sunsets work even better if there's a person there. As I said, real people. Instagram is about real people, so yeah, include some real people in your feed as well once in a while. And you know, share the love. You know, if you're doing well, give shout outs to other Instagrammers, and if you're doing well, even better than giving a random shout out is I think collaborations. Like go out with somebody taking photos, and then you know you can swap a couple of photos instead. So they can take a picture of you taking a picture, and in a cool way, and then you can share that and you know give them a shout out that you know follow this person as well. It's kind of a powerful way of helping others grow. I think that's really important, sharing the love. I think that's extremely important actually. And if you do all these things consistently, you will start picking up speed, and slowly but surely you will start picking up a lot more followers. As I said, consistency is the key to the thing, and if you stick to it, you will get to 10,000 followers. It's not that difficult to do. I did it. As I said, quality content, engaging with your audience and with the community within the Instagram. Instagram has a great community, so get active there, talk to people, engage with them, get in the conversation. All these things help you grow your account. Those are my little tips. I highly recommend that you get on it straight away, because Instagram is a very rewarding platform. It still has very organic feel to it, and I highly recommend that you get busy on Instagram. You will thank me somewhere along the way. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments how you're doing. Also, let me know in the comments your Instagram account, and I'd love to see some of your work as well. And yeah, go and check out my Instagram account as well. The link will be here. Thank you very much, guys. You've been absolutely awesome, and I shall talk to you guys soon.